It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, presented by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Charlotte Hornets. For the Hornets, they come in off the loss to the Rockets in Houston. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. And Jahlil Okafor, the former Duke star, came into the league and was an impact player right away. It's rare to see a player with so much polish this early in his career.
You and Kenny hate this word, but I'm going to keep on saying that this guy has some of the best feet work in the post and can make defenders look foolish. Yes, it is. Okay. Not the fastest, but knows how to use his body to shield the ball, and I love his feet work.
Well, I think surprisingly he slipped to number 3 when he was drafted. After winning a national championship, I thought he'd go number 1. But right now I think he's got everything together. He's starting to get his act together on and off the court, so he understands that this can make him a star.
That does it for us for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Hornets log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. They've lost their last 3 games, and guys, they'd like that streak to end tonight here.
You know, they've looked a bit lost out there lately. I mean, they don't seem to be playing with a lot of purpose and focus and even drive. I mean, you can't just wait for good things to happen. You got to make things happen.
And Clark, I think you're spot on with your analysis. They clearly, to me, have lost some confidence, and that's led them to force things on the court. You start to press it and not trust one another. So they're going to have to figure out a way to get back to the basics and really start to believe in one another if they want to turn things around.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for Charlotte, Kidd, Gilchrist, and Williams are at the forward spots. Jeremy Lamb out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Zeller in at the 5 spot. Philadelphia on D. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for them. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game, but when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
And last season, Kemba Walker enjoying his best season to date. Many thought that he should have been on that Eastern Conference All-Star roster.
And every year, someone's getting snubbed from being an All-Star. Last year, I felt like it was Walker. Had numbers that were comparable to the other great guards in the league. More importantly, he showed that he's become a leader on his team.
And so Walker nails both of them. Now the 76ers with it. McConnell kicks to Embiid. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Over to the wing. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Outside Williams. He kicks it to Kidd Gilchrist. Back to Williams. Pass to Lamb. The pass to Walker. Drops in the tray. Walker's got 5.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
And there's the feed to Embiid. And no good that time. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
Here's Stauskas. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Covington cans the shot from the wing. Here's Walker. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Embiid, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, I tell you what, so much excitement to see Joel Embiid finally on the hardwood, regarded as the likely #1 overall pick in the 2014 draft before he fractured a bone in his foot. He's finally getting a chance to show what he can do on the court.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And for Embiid, 2 separate surgeries on his foot, missing years of action. You hope he can find a way to stay healthy.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with you there, Kevin, but it's difficult when you're as big as he is. He's a 7-footer, and that puts a lot of pressure on the feet, and he's already seen a couple of issues where he's missed time. Reminds you a little bit of guys like Bill Walton, Yao Ming. Those guys had a tough time playing a long time because of foot problems, but if Embiid can stay healthy, I think he's got a chance to be truly special.
The Hornets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He's off on the first. Sarge has checked in for Joel Embiid. No luck that time either.
You know, the Sixers rebuild caught a lot of flack around the league, but people might forget where the Sixers were in 2013 when the team decided to rebuild. They hadn't had a winning season since 2004. Injuries and failed trades had gutted their roster. It was time to hit the reset button.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the Sixers pick up 2. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Lamb. A 3-pointer off the mark.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Covington's shot is off. And the Sixers, for 3 seasons, showing a single-minded focus on rebuilding through the draft. They took a long-term view and sacrificed short-term success. You just saw them get the #1 overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, and the goal really was not just to be a solid team. They wanted the star talent to compete for titles when it was all said and done. Now, again, it's difficult to watch. The journey's been hard. I understand the thinking, and we'll see if it pays off the way they envisioned.
Here's McConnell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Stauskas, covered by Lamb. Not enough on that one as it misses. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Charlotte moving the ball around. There's a good screen. Clock at 6. Now here's Zeller. T right on him. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Zeller's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Charlotte leading by 4. And Lamb kicks to Walker. The dish to Williams. Here's Lamb. The three-pointer, no good. The 76ers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for Cody Zeller. Here's Stauskas, covered by Lamb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Covington. Williams with the block.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now. 6th in blocks, 9th in second chance points. And they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby, room for improvement, but acceptable.
And going back to their block shots, they're fearless, challenging shooters and contesting everything. You end up on a few posters, but I love that willingness to take a stand defensively.
And he can't get the first one. One thing that the Hornets do very well, as we all know, is hit the glass. Top to bottom, this team knows how to close out possessions, Greg, and clean up misses on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at the roster for the Hornets, everyone is helping on the glass. What is odd that they don't have one guy who averaged huge rebound numbers. It's a true team effort. They are one of the elite teams in limiting offensive rebounds.
Here's Covington. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Outside, Walker. He feeds it to Lamb. Charlotte again missing.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Here's Stauskas. He dishes it to Saric. Passes to Stauskas. Pulls up. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Brett Brown. He said they know the challenge going up against this team that can score so many points in a hurry. He said we cannot try to match these guys basket for basket and get away from our defense. Because if you slack off these shooters even a little bit, then they really go off. We'll see if they can find that balance tonight and even this season series. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update and coach's plan here tonight. A good one, guys.
And I agree with him. I think he's determined not to let the opposing offense dictate tempo. And I think that is a good game plan.
That's the only plan, really, Greg. And Kevin, I mean, they cannot allow that offense to run wild. This game has to be played on their terms. The Sixers had one of the worst records in NBA history last season, but not the worst. That record is held by the Sixers, who managed just 9 wins back in 72-73.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Noel's checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Henderson for Nick Stauskas. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Bellinelli's checked in. The 76ers trail by 7. And it was rumored that other NBA owners lobbied the league's front office to intervene and change the direction of the Sixers last season.
Very interesting, but you think they'd be happy to take that easy win on the schedule, but in the end, I think economics were at play here. Ticket sales lagged when the Sixers came to town, and you're only as strong as a league as your weakest teams are. So the revenue sharing, the weak earnings from a big market like Philly, I think had an effect on everybody. Part of why that sentiment was rumored to be percolating.
Just 5 to shoot. That's a 2-pointer from Walker, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's McConnell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Hornets.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Rodriguez is checked in for the 76ers. Charlotte also making some changes. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Williams. And Sessions subbed in for Walker. And the second free throw, good. And head coach Brett Brown last season receiving a 4-year extension from the Sixers. Despite that, an office turnover put his job in question.
Yeah, and I think a lot of coaches around the league are very protective of Brett Brown because they saw what he was going into and knew it was going to take a while. He's presided over such a drastic rebuild. I think he deserves to have the chance to see it through so he can maybe reap some of the fruit of the sacrifice that he's made and the franchise has made and the way they've tried to build the team.
And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. The 4th spot held by Dario Saric.
These two rookies have been going head-to-head in the box scores for a while now. There have been a few big nights for both of them.
Yeah, and these guys, Greg, are built to wear you out. I mean, young, talented.
Shooting 2.
They lit up the pinball machine last month. Let's see if they can keep it going.
And the first one drops. That one is no good.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And those can often come back to haunt you, Greg. They've got to focus and really make the most of the chances.
Here is Hawes. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston. They set the screen. Here's Sessions. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Henderson. After the basket by Charlotte. Off the pick. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Saric kicks to Rodriguez. Dishes to Noel. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
The Hornets have shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Okafor is checked in for Saric. And he makes both free throws. And Philadelphia has possession. 9-point game. Picked by Okafor. Henderson passes to Noel. And here's Covington from the arc. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Now here's Sessions. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. The shot by Bellinelli, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Rodriguez. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. For three, Covington. Hawes with the rebound. Hawes got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
The 76ers trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Okafor kicks to Rodriguez. Back to Okafor. A steal. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. Charlotte no good that time either. Sessions has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Henderson. Drains it from 17 feet out. And 1:01 left here in the opening quarter. And Sessions kicks to Hawes. Charlotte moving it around. It's good. And the Hornets lead by 9.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
You know, Kevin, it doesn't matter that he's one of the slower guys on the floor, especially when he gets that wide lane to the rim.
Sessions with it. There's a screen. Feeds to Bellinelli. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sessions. The Hornets rebound.
Good sets, good offensive sets are built on solid screens, and that was an example of how you don't want to set a pick.
Now Rodriguez. The 3 ball. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Charlotte. They lead by 7. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. You know, just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm. You see it every time he steps on the floor. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Williams is out there with Zeller. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Sessions in at the point guard position. Embiid. The Hornets pull it in.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Stauskas dishes to Okafor. There's the pick. Kicks to Embiid. Here's McConnell. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Sarge is checked in for the 76ers. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Kemba Walker is checked in for Sessions. Williams kicks to Walker. Back to Williams. Stolen by Henderson. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. To the inside and stolen by Hibbert. Outside, Walker. Pass to Lamb. Over in the corner, Williams. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The 76ers trail by 7. It's deflected. McConnell passes to Henderson. Embiid against Hibbert. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Henderson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
And the one knock on Kemba really has always been the poor field goal percentage. But, you know, he seems to have made some strides in that department and has become a much more efficient shooter. And it's a big reason why I think he's playing the best basketball of his career.
And Philadelphia calls time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And now we go to our rookie leaderboard to get a check on the players at the top of the freshman class in assists over the last 10 games. 5th, Joel Embiid.
Really starting to connect with his teammates. I mean, a really heads-up player for a rookie.
Outstanding ball handler. He's a pace setter as well, facilitates nicely. I could go on and on and on. This kid's incredible.
Here's Stauskas. And here is Saric. Pass to McConnell. The three-pointer off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Now here's Lamb. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston. Here's McConnell. Embiid the screen. McConnell kicks to Stauskas. Here's Embiid. No good that time. Great D that time from Hibbert. Hornets leading by 10. And a wide open look for Lamb. His three-pointers off the mark.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Stauskas kicks to Saric. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Kevin, here we can get a look at Charlotte and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. Second in blocks, second in free throw percentage, and they're number 2 in fewest turnovers a game. I call that squeezing the orange, and that's a team effort, everybody valuing the ball.
And how about that sky-high ranking in terms of blocks per game? Sometimes that can indicate a team's allowing too many drives to the rim, but it's sure nice to have bigs who can send it away as a last resort.
Now Walker, after Jeremy Lamb's three-pointer that didn't go. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Henderson. Another miss by Philadelphia. Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Left side Walker for 3. Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for the Hornets. McConnell passes to Stauskas. Here's McConnell. He averages about 5 points a game. He kicks it to Saric. Embiid the screen. Clock at 4. Another miss by Philadelphia. Charlotte leading by 13. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Williams. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Poked loose. He hits stolen by Lamb. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Charlotte Hornets made a concerted effort last season to improve what had been terrible three-point shooting. Coach Steve Clifford said, if you look at trends in this league, three-point shooting percentage was the #1 factor why teams won. That's the way this league has gone. It makes sense, right? It creates spacing, which opens up things for everybody else.
Timeout.
Kevin?
Yeah, trying to space the floor. Thank you, D.A.
Start it.
The 76ers making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in, and the 76ers call time here.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
And we take a look here at the shot chart.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Charlotte on D. McConnell kicks to Stauskas. To the paint, deflects the pass, and a fast break now for the Hornets. Lamb leading the charge.
Shooting 2.
It's his first trip to the line.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
One thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The 76ers trail by 15. McConnell kicks to Embiid. There's the pass to Ilyasova. Williams against Henderson. 5 on the clock. Williams with the steal. Here's Zeller. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And so it's Charlotte with it. The 76ers getting the bucket. Here's Lamb from outside off the mark.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
To the middle, here's Embiid, and the layup's good off the glass.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Walker with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Houston.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational, the way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Lamb. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. McConnell kicks to Ilyasova. Back to McConnell. Embiid the screen. The feed to Stauskas. No good with the triple.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
The dish now to Hibbert. And Embiid with the block. Passes to Ilyasova. Here's Stauskas. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Stauskas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, this team looks to Nick Stauskas to nail these mid-range jumpers. I mean, he knows his role on this team very well, and that's to put the ball in the basket.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And, you know, when you talk to other players on his team, Joel Embiid has one of those infectious personalities. I mean, he's fun-loving, always upbeat and positive, and doesn't mind a good joke or two. He and his team have needed that upbeat outlook at times this year.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Nerlens Noel checks in for Embiid. Robert Covington comes in for Nick Stauskas. And Rodriguez is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now Hawes. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Charlotte no good that time either. And you talk about Embiid's playful nature. There were some rumors that the Sixers weren't overjoyed with his dedication rehabbing from that foot injury.
Yeah, he showed some immaturity in regards to sticking with his diet and also following the doctor's orders for the rehab on his foot. What ended up happening was they sent him to a state-of-the-art sports rehab facility in the Middle East. I think in part for the culture that existed there. It was all high-level athletes working to get back into action.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the miss by Frank Kaminsky.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
That shot's good from Hawes. And the Hornets lead by 14. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Dishes to Henderson. To the wing right side. And here's Covington from the arc. Drops in the tray. Covington's got 5 now.
How about the alertness of Covington? I mean, sensing the separation from the defense and then cashing in on that space that was created.
Now here's Sessions. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball. Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
And the 76ers making a change here. Okafor's checked in. And you look at Nerlens Noel, 6'11", around 230. He's a little light to play center. Where do you play him, guys? At the 4 or the 5? Where?
Well, I think he actually can play both positions pretty well. Offensively, he's a little limited, but I think long-term, if he adds some weight and strength, I think he could be a dominant center.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Okafor making headlines at times last season for the wrong reasons, brawling with some hecklers, traffic violations. Guys, does that concern you if you're trying to build your team around him?
I don't think so. Clearly, it's something you want to be mindful of, but he's still young, still growing into being a professional player. We heard a lot of good things about his character in college. I think what you look at now is, has he learned and will he grow from some of these missteps? You don't want to see a pattern of that type of behavior, and I don't think you will.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
That free throw missing.
And Jahlil Okafor, kind of a throwback big man. I mean, already a virtuoso on the low block. He's got terrific hands, excellent footwork, moves and counter moves.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And post-ups are losing favor in the league lately. Do you think, guys, Okafor's talents fit the way the game is played now?
Well, I clearly think his post-game does have value. I mean, nowadays you just have less room to operate. I think he'll need to find other ways to help his team offensively, offensive boards, stretching the floor, things like that.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the 3 by Charlotte. 6 on the shot clock. Covington kept alive. And that one's good. Noel's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, it's really not hard to see why Noel is seen as one of the better rebounders in the game. He really uses that great length of his to get to a lot of missed shots.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The 76ers have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
And still haven't hit a single free throw this quarter.
Good on the second free throw. Hornets leading by 14. Kaminsky kicks to Kid Gilchrist. He feeds it to Sessions. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Covington's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
Feeds it to Bellinelli. And again, the Hornets missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Rodriguez passes to Henderson. Shoots the 3. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Rodriguez.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Sessions, no good. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Henderson dishes to Okafor. 4-3, Covington. Bellinelli pulls it in.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And here's Sessions. 8 points for him. Here's Kaminsky. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. 6 points for Frank Kaminsky. And so we wrap up the first half. Hornets lead by 11. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Look, I know you got to get back out there. What's the key to winning in the second half?
Well, we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to review the first half of action. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They lead by 11. Shaq?
Well, who would have thought they'd be leading at halftime? I didn't. They were big underdogs coming in. They played up to the level of their competition. If you thought they'd be intimidated by this matchup, think again. They definitely can't relax, though. We're going to have a fight on our hands all the way.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia?
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
The skyline of Philadelphia looking especially majestic tonight as we welcome you back to action. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
You look at what Sessions has done so far. He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
The 76ers trail by 11. They've got Embiid, Robert Covington out there with Ilyasova, and it's McConnell in at the point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now here's Ilyasova. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Kicks it to Walker. There's the screen. Williams sets a screen for Walker. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Walker's got the first bucket of the third here for the Hornets. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Now here's Ilyasova. Stauskas, the pass to Embiid. The 9-foot shot. And the shot goes down. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Right side to Walker. Goes up on the wing. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Embiid the screen. McConnell kicks to Ilyasova. Embiid the screen. Clock at 6. 4-3. Covington. Rebounded by Lamb.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Walker. And it's blocked.
Boy, the defensive chops of Ilyasova really coming into play here. I mean, quite surprising, actually impressive at how good he is at timing those shot blocks.
Here's Covington. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Here's Walker. Can't get it to fall.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 8 points for Williams. The 76ers trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
They set the pick. And here's Covington from the arc. The three-pointer is right on target. Covington's got 10.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Pick by Williams. Lamb dishes to Williams. Williams missing again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Covington. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. The lead now cut to single digits. 12 points for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And when Michael Kid Gilchrist comes on the floor, you know you're going to get an upgrade on the defensive side. Doesn't rack up a lot of stats on the defensive end. But, man, I mean, you can see his impact, feel his impact.
It's just the way Kid Gilchrist can challenge and bother every shot. Also has the quickness and length to recover when he's beaten off the dribble and still contest.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
And a glimpse here at the locations on the floor where they've been shooting the ball from.
And plain and simple, they just don't have the three-point shot tonight. They'll need to keep taking them to keep the defense honest, but they can't expect it to be a major source of points the way they have been clanking it off the iron so far. Just a bad time to go cold from deep as a team.
The 76ers trail by 11. Here's McConnell to the inside. Here's Embiid. Ilyasova. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the length of Ilyasova, really a problem for defenders. Very tough to keep from fouling him when he's looking to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Ilyasova.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Now here's Lamb. He's guarded closely. Pick by Zeller. 6 to shoot. Williams can't hit. The 76ers trail by 9. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, remember when Roy Hibbert burst onto the scene in that great year for the Pacers, and he's still one of the league's elite rim defenders. He doesn't go for the block so much as create a wall. It's called the principle of verticality, and Hibbert says, I'm the godfather of that. I'm not going to name names, but there were some prominent coaches who said, you need to get rid of this. Kevin, here's the rules.
Yeah, D.A., he didn't invent it. He just perfected it. Thanks. Sarge is checked in for Robert Covington. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Hibbert's checked in. Knocked loose. Here's McConnell. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Stauskas kicks to McConnell. Sarge has the open look. Hits it from three-point range. Sarge has got 7 points in the game.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Now here's Walker. 9 points in the game so far. Here's McConnell. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Lets it go with a three. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Charlotte in the lead. Walker with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Williams. Jacks up a three. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again. And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And, Greg, I've got to admit to you, I mean, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. They've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's McConnell. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. 4th, Joel Embiid.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 3. Another miss by Ilyasova.
Boy, that's a tough one. But he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
They get it back. Hibbert. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Gentlemen. Let's see where Charlotte sits right now in the league ranking. 1st in fewest turnovers per game. 5th in rebounding. And they are in the top 3rd of the league in assists. With the quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, for his size, Hibbert is a surprisingly good free throw shooter.
Charlotte making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's McConnell. Pass to Sarge. He kicks it to Embiid. There's the pass to Stauskas. Back to Embiid. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Rodriguez is checked in for Philadelphia. The Hornets also changing it up. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Roy Hibbert. And Sessions subbed in for Kemba Walker.
One shot, behind the lanes.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Now here's Sessions. He's got 8. Kaminsky, the pass to Sessions. Just 4 to shoot. Jumper off the screen, and the jumper falls for him. Sessions has got 10 points.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Here's Saric. 9 points in the game so far. Here's McConnell. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Hornets leading by 4. Now Sessions. The feed to Bellinelli. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. McConnell. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Nice pass there by Sergio Rodriguez.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Nerlens Noel comes in for Embiid, and it's Henderson for Ilyasova. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Charlotte. Hornets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Outside Williams. Good on the 3-point shot. Williams has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Hornets. The 76ers trail by 4. Rodriguez outside. There's the dish to Noel. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Really got to admire how confident Noel looks from the mid-range. I mean, squaring up and knocking down these shots consistently.
So we know Nerlens Noel is a work in progress offensively. What mold guys do you think he should try to fill offensively?
Well, I like his athleticism, as does everybody, so I'd like to see him rolling to the rim and getting out in transition. I think he'd be most effective there. He's also shown some flashes of being effective working in the high post area as a face-up guy, so somewhat in the Tyson Chandler mode is how I see him going forward.
The Hornets have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And Bellinelli kicks to Sessions. Williams for 3. Williams with another miss. 76ers trailing. Passes it to Saric. Back to Rodriguez for the lead. Drills it from outside. Rodriguez has got 9 points.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
To the inside. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Kaminsky. He's around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
You know, his willingness to bang down low, move opponents off the block, those are valuable contributions.
Philadelphia's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. McConnell passes to Noel. There's a screen. McConnell kicks to Saric. 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. Bellinelli pulls it in.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Now here's Sessions. He's got 10. Here's Hawes. That ball's great assist by Ramon Sessions. Hawes got his 2nd bucket tonight. It's a close game here in Philadelphia. McConnell kicks to Noel. 1:32 left to play here in the third. Dishes it to Saric. On target from 13 feet. Saric has got 7 points for the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And here's Sessions. He feeds it to Bellinelli. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Bellinelli's got his first bucket in this one. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. Here's McConnell. Misses the three. Charlotte shooting the ball around 43% from the floor so far in the third quarter. Here's Bellinelli. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Williams gets the bucket.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up. Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock in your situation.
Saric misses. Hornets leading by 4. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
First free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And so he makes both from the line. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's McConnell. 5 points in the game. From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hornets on top, up 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Charlotte leading by 6. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. MKG and Zeller at the forward duo. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Hawes in at the 5 down low. Here's McConnell. Feeds it to Okafor. Noel wide open. He fires. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Here's Lamb. And he banks in the layup. Lamb's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Charlotte.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
I agree with you. I mean, and now that we're moving deeper into the fourth, it's really the point where they add a few more points to the lead, and I think they can put this thing away and consider it over.
Hits, count that one from Stauskas.
And the sweet stroke of Stauskas. I mean, this guy has no fear, no hesitation at all when it comes to pulling up from anywhere.
Now here's Walker. Lamb up top. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Lamb's got 5 points in the quarter.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Pick by Okafor. Here's McConnell. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Hornets leading by 9. Now here's Lamb. There's the pick. There's the triple. Not going to go that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Stauskas. Inside. Okafor gets the bucket.
Superb work from Okafor from the interior. I mean, just a tireless worker wreaking havoc in the paint.
Outside, Walker. Kicks to Lamb. Pick by Zeller. Off the pick. Hornets keep it alive. Walker dishes to Hawes. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
They set the pick. Puts up a 3, and the 3 ball is good.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
McConnell kicks to Covington. Off the left rim and out. Charlotte leading by 10. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. And stolen by Noel. And now the 76ers on the break. Hits, count that one from Stauskas.
Man, do I like the intensity of Noel on defense. Really an imposing presence who does an outstanding job making things hard for the opposition.
Now here's Zeller. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. He dishes it to Lamb. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
McConnell kicks to Noel. Pass to Okafor. It's deflected. Covington dishes to Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Cannot afford to let Okafor get near the bucket. I mean, he is really skilled at finishing those looks, and he does so with authority.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And the Sixers leaving roster spots open over the years, trying to find some unheralded talent. Robert Covington is one of those finds. A nice shooting stroke. He can defend either forward position. This guy's got game.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Ilyasova comes in for Noel. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Marvin Williams is checked in for Spencer Hawes. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. Even though they're ahead, he said, these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle. Guys.
2 points, that one goes. And Covington can slide between the 3 or the 4 spot. You gotta like that versatility.
Yes, you do, because it gives you a chance to play effectively with a small ball lineup, because he can play the 4 or you can play big with him. For a team with a crowded front court, every little bit of flexibility helps.
Embiid, no good. Hornets leading by 10. And Lamb kicks to Walker. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Six on the shot clock. Here's Lamb. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now a 12-point Charlotte lead.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now here's Ilyasova. To the left wing. Embiid, the pass to Ilyasova. Embiid kicks to Covington. Not really his range, and it's off target.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And there's the pass to McConnell. Embiid the screen. 4-3, Covington. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Walker with a clean look. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 12. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Embiid kicks to Ilyasova. And here's Covington from the arc. Hornets with the rebound. Zeller's got 11 rebounds in the game.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Walker and the rejection by Embiid. And here's Ilyasova outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. He kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Now here's Lamb. Defense is right there. Williams outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. Williams has got 14 points now in the second half.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
Stauskas kicks to Ilyasova. Here's McConnell, guarded by Walker. McConnell passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Hornets leading by 13. Walker with it. There's a screen by Williams. Over in the corner, Lamb. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
McConnell kicks to Stauskas. They set the pick. McConnell passes to Embiid. From 18 feet away. Back to McConnell. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, sometimes the best way to attack size is to go right at it.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Charlotte. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Now here's Williams. Outside Kid Gilchrist. There's the feed to Walker. Rebound by Stauskas. The 76ers trail by 11. To the paint. Here's Embiid. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
To the inside. It's tipped. Dives for it. Embiid with the steal. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Hornets leading by 9. Down low, deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here's Zeller. Williams sets a screen for Zeller. Here's Covington. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Good on the shot. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the 76ers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. 4 on the clock. Good on the triple. And that's 17 points for Kemba Walker.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Philadelphia calls time here. You look at Marvin Williams, what a contribution.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
Covington kicks to McConnell. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Covington. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Covington. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The dish to Walker. And he converts the layup. And now it's a 12-point Hornets lead.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
I do not have a total on that, partner, but it seems to be too many if I were to count. The only number you really need to look at, though, is the scoreboard, and that gives you all the info you need.
Now here's Walker after the miss from Joel Embiid. The kick out to Williams. Three-pointer. Walker's shot is off. 76ers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Pass to Embiid. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Marvin Williams.
Terrific work by Embiid. He's got 12 rebounds and also 3 steals.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And Bellinelli kicks to Walker. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Dishes to Williams. And the 3 off target. The 76ers trail by 11. McConnell kicks to Embiid. The 11-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 51 seconds left in the game. And so here's Charlotte. 17 points was their biggest margin. Outside, Walker. Again, the miss by Walker. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's McConnell. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Williams kicks to Bellinelli. And so it's Charlotte with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kev. Let's take a look now at our Jordan player of the game. A virtuoso performance in the third quarter. Got hot, and his teammates fed off that the rest of the way.
Excellent scoring effort from him tonight. Every time it seemed like they needed a bucket, he was the guy there to give it to him. The defense really never got a feel for him and how to play him.
We got to start with his performance from long range. Man, he just kept dropping those 3 bombs on him. I mean, it was getting ridiculous. Foul him or do something. Make him drive. They couldn't, Ernie. This guy's unstoppable.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see ya.
Good night.